So what this stuff does is it makes it so that any gaps between the heat sink and the pills is taken up by this compound. So put a little bit on there.
My mom, hold on. Dang it. She said tomorrow at our regular time.
All right.
Okay, sorry about that. It looks so smooth.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get it all over there. And the little bit that squeezes out on the sides is going to be under the board, so you're not going to get any of this on the actual top of the board. So it'll be nice and clean. You want to make sure you cover all of the metal surface.
This sounds like some type of Mexican music.
Is it?
Sounds like it.
I think it's Portuguese they're speaking, which is close. I mean, it's kind of like a form of Spanish. It's a Romance language. Wipe off that excess. Cap it on it. Put that back up there for me.
You want me to put it right here or up there?
Up there, please.
It's nice and warm.
We're gonna flip this over. Again, making sure we don't have any particles on there. And we're gonna grab some of these little 40 screws. And we're gonna run the pills down first to make sure they seat correctly. Oops. Just run them in there and make sure everything lines up first. You don't want to actually tighten it down yet. Just get everything lined up. You want to do these last two.
You place it there. This way? I can't see anything, but it's
Here.
coming on.
That's good.
I can start to feel it getting tight.
And then run the actual screws to the circuit board in there. In there. Okay, make sure watch the screwdriver, make sure the screwdriver stays straight up and down. That's more important than looking at the screw itself. Push. You gotta push down on it or else it's gonna keep doing that. There you go. Put your hand on top of it like that. There you go. straight up and down.
Okay.
Yep. So then we're going to go back to the pills.
Let me take my bracelets off. So I'm getting kind of itchy. There's something on the screen.
It's not important.
It's not important. Is that supposed to be kind of lifted up?
Yes.
Making sure.
Because I'm putting the screwing the pills down first, so the pill seat and the heat sink, or yeah, the compound that's underneath it spreads out evenly. Not tightening it too tight, just tight enough to where the screws snug the pills down and the compound squeezes out from the sides. Then we can snug the board down. Once again, I'm not going to make this too tight. These don't need to be. Actually, we're missing a step. Before I do this, I need to run some solder around these holes where these screws go.
Is that what this thingy majigger is for?
Yep. Number one, it helps the conductivity of the board, between the board and the screws and the heat sink.
I can see it getting hotter by the second.
But it also get too much water in here. Thank you. It also makes it a little bit tougher. Toughens up the board a little bit.
It's 709 degrees.
Sometimes I have it even hotter than that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Now I see why you told me not to touch it.
It's very, very hot.
Boop.
But now when we screw the screws down, the screws will have something to bite into. It won't chew into the copper board itself. And these holes too. So I'll do that later.
Did it get you?
I don't think so.
I can see the solder flying around.
I think what you actually see is flux. The flux is the stuff that pops up out of there like that. Rain, little splatter showers of flux. The flux is going on. Now we can commence putting some screws into
Carefully.
here for the nth time.
Did you know I built a little pot to put some rainbow carrots in?
Do you have rainbow carrots?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at a school event,
Okay.
and I got to build one, and it came with a pack of rainbow carrots.
That's cool.
I'll have to send you a picture.
All about the carrot life. Alright, so now that we've got that in there, our pills are in there, heat sink compounds on there. We should probably tin up some pill strips here, because pill strips are going to be the next thing that goes in. Some people put double-sided tape underneath them. I don't really think they need tape per se, because after you solder them down, they've been pretty well.
I don't think tape's gonna hold that much anyway.
Well, you'd be surprised. This Gorilla Tape, the double-sided Gorilla Tape, is pretty strong.
Now, Gorilla Tape's like my best friend, but other tapes are like not really that helpful of anything.
The better option is welding or soldering or
Yeah.
doing it the permanent way.
Just got so quiet all the time.
That's how the radio does sometimes.
I'm talking about this room.
Oh,
It's usually more exciting.
that's because I ain't running my mouth right now. So what I'm doing is I'm pre-tinning the pill strips, which are going to carry 12 volts from the back of the pills to.
Is this the one that I made? Is it the one that I made?
I can't see what you're pointing at, but no, that's the one that I made with no goofy that I put back into a cabinet so people would be able to see. The one you made looks a lot better. Then we're also going to make a foot for this transformer from here, over here,
Over here.
so we'll take the snips right here. Cut off a piece of this.
Without it flying.
Yeah, hopefully. And use this over here, prop this guy up in the front, and this in the back. The purpose of this is just to keep the back of this transformer from grounding itself out onto the surface of the main circuit board, which the main circuit board is actually ground. So this is going to be power. You don't want the two of them to mix up. You know what I mean? if you have ground and power that mix up, you end up with what we call a dead short. Short to ground. And that's no good. That's a whole lot of no good. So they put that little foot on the back of there, and it keeps that transformer from touching the ground. The front transformer is not as important because it's so doggone short. By the time I soldered on there and put enough tin on it, it's locked in there pretty good. Come back. Is that important during the middle of my video right now? Oh, the stuff that I hid for you? I couldn't put it on your desk because you find stuff too fast on your desk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, I've never seen a book that big.
And you won't ever again in life. Now I need to go in and trim a little bit off this. Actually, I think I can go get these snips right here. So this fill strip has a little bit of material hanging over here on the edge that I don't want there. It's causing my stuff not to line up right. Snoopy says he doesn't like it when my stuff doesn't line up right. It says not to do sloppy work. No, it's going to take the Dremel. Is it the cicadas that you hear through the window outside?
It might be.
It is. Go in there and listen again. Because the window's open quite a bit.
I'm pretty sure it is the cicadas. It's still there later. I have to check, but I think it is the cicadas.
So I put a little dab of super glue in these things to space them away from the pills while I get ready to solder them. I feel like putting the Gorilla Tape underneath there makes them too thick, so I just put a little bit of glue on there just to hold them in place while I'm getting ready to solder them. That makes those good. I was going to make a power pad up here in the front by sawing a piece of board, hacksaw, etch a little line in it.
Mr. Radio, you might. Contact on you when you saw it next time.
Yeah. Well, actually, we gotta cut this thing off here. So if you want to cut it off. Go for it. Hold it like you mean it. Easy, easy, easy.
Easy. There's some still there.
Don't touch that. Could have cut it with these snips, but it is what it is.
Is this piece needed?
We might use it later.
I'm just making sure before I throw it away.
Don't give it away.
Yeah.
Save it. Put it in that bag. There's a bag up there with little pieces.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there were yellow ones.
Now we can tin this up before we actually put it on there because we want to do that before we put the tape underneath it. So.
I find it very cool how the solder smoke bounces off the light.
Now it's gone. You have to be careful with this because see how that solder is still wet? See how it's still moving? I mean, it's still really good. We're going to use this to run 12 volts to, and then to our switch, and then back to our switch to this, which is switch 12 volts. this. This we're going to run the switch, which I've already prepared. This part goes to the switch. Figure out which way it's up. I think this little tab right here should set. Where it's up. Take the multimeter, turn it to the one that makes the noise, turn it. Power and switch power pad. Putting solder pills on there. Legs pushed down. We're going to solder these pills in here. Make sure you have it when everyone for you and then do the rest. Turn that squelch up for one. Tend your tip a little bit. See it start to spread. Loop it again. Bring it on down here to the base.
Loop it.
Add a good bit more in. Lay it on in there. Get some tin on that thing. Let it get good and hot. Let it get good and in there, and then pull it up.
Yeah.
See how it's got a little bit of fatness to it there, a little bit of roundness to it. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing.
So is the middle one's gonna be together?
Do the outside one first. Let's start with this one. Here. Take your solder, one hand. Take your solder in the other hand.
Oh, that's hot, that's hot.
Here, let me knock this off for you.
Hot.
It's not that hot. It's warm. Grab it right here. Okay. Turn it around the right way. Go ahead and set it down on there while it's nice and clean. Set it on there. Add you some.
Boop it.
A little more.
Boop it.
A little more.
Boop it.
Now a lot more. A lot. A lot. There you go.
Good?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, I tell you over. Look at this one. Look at mine. Look at yours. Now you tell me, is that good? So we'll go back and I'm going to do what I asked you to do, which was put a lot more in there. What you have to do sometimes, you might have to cock it to the side a little bit. Get some of that flux there, that solder up underneath there. Set that bad boy on back down there. Let that stuff flow. Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Yeah, that's good actually. I'm going to flow mine a little more like that. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to try this again. You're going to listen to me this time. Here, come on. Set it down in there. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Set it down on there. Add a little bit. Get it started. Move it up. Lift it up a little bit. Move to the other side. Add a little bit. Then go back to the middle. See it starting to flow underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to cock it to the side a little bit.
Like that. Give it a lot more.
Give it a lot more. And let that bad boy flow.
I can feel the steam coming from my fingers and it feels nice and warm. Okay, so that answered my question. Now it's in the middle. Do connect to each other.
They do. Oh.
They do that.
And then you want to try doing the legs.
The legs.
So what you want to do is you want to set it on top of here.
And do almost the same.
Yeah, add just some solder to get it flowing. See, you weren't even watching the last part of that, so I know you're gonna screw this up. Huh? You want to try it? No, not really, because you weren't even paying attention. It's 8th of time over here. Clean up all this flux. Next, we're going to add some extra tin to the base of our output transformer and input transformer, because we're going to need to drop those onto these pill pads here in a second, and we're going to need a little extra stickums. So just tin these up real good, so we have some solder to flow through there. And I also like to take these transformers and cut a little groove in the bottom of them to make sure that the spacing on the front is adequate. And what I mean by that is, I'll show you in a second. There's a cut down the middle of here. I cut out this V part here on these, and even on the top of this one, I make sure that's nice and wide open, just to make sure between here there's no conductivity. If there's conductivity between there, basically you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a bad day. So just make sure that there's no piece of metal connecting those two pieces. Good. It's just some furries. Those are all tinned up. This one's going to go in the back. You know? The main thing I use to line this up is this corner and this corner. I try to look at those two when I'm putting everything together. And I also look at the center where the gap is right here and the gap is right here. Make sure those two line up. Make sure it's on there square. Then we can flow some solder. If I do this right, it'll actually drop down ever so slightly. So we're going to put a little bit of influence on it to help it drop down ever so slightly. Make sure it's all the way down on there. pretty good now. This is actually one of those times where I usually typically will turn the soldering iron up. See how I've got a nice good bit of solder down all between that corner right there. It's on there real good. I want to make sure it's on there real good. Flip it around. Fuck that. I like to use this little piece of board there to hold everything up. I have it backwards. Once again, line the front up, sides up. And add a little influence. I saw it move a little bit. Dropped on down on there. Let it float. Drop on down on there. Drop on by. Flowing now. It's on that German way, gluten tight. Nice and smooth. All right, transformers are on there, and now we gotta put the 120s and the 10 ohm smoke resistors. So there are two 120s that go down beside the output transformers, or excuse me, one on each side, and then there are some teeny tiny 10 ohm smoke resistors on this side. So we're going to cut these short because they're way too long. Getting tired? That too, my eyes are about done. I can only do about so much of this stuff at a time and then my eyes get tired. So we cut these short like that, and we cut the other side a little bit longer but still short. Actually, I should probably do this straight. Then the ones that are on there. That one right there. And that one right there. Get my little pliers. These just go over here. Stuff like that. Get this like this, and then you get it nice and hot, and then you go like this. Go like this. Throw that on there real nice. Then you get the other one. kind of like hope that it's like lined up about the same way you got this one lined up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean you know?
Try to. Just do it. I don't need all that hotness. And then I usually take little tweezer deals. I don't know where my tweezers are. Take them, set them up underneath here. Hold it up. Match that down. Put that underneath there. Set that bad boy down. I like to have them up off the board. That's why I set the whatchamacallit underneath it. Go straight. Fairly straight. Throwing that in there. And this guy right here, it's 120. Stretch the legs out. Do the snipper thing. Put one leg up that way. Put one leg back that way. And if you're good, burn the crap out of your fingers and get it on there. Again, go back, straighten the legs out, snip the legs back there. One straight up front. One going back. Spin this round. Dap, dap. And then I do the backs. And then I don't even know what these 120s do, so don't ask me. I just know you need 120 ohms of capacitance on that back side of these transformers. Alright, so we got the 10 ohm smoke resistors. These resistors are the ones that will burn up when you burn up a pill. And then the 120 ohms, like I said, I have no idea what they do. We got our flybacks made already, but I don't think I'm going to put them... Can I put those in? No, I don't want to put those in until I wrap the transformers in. Actually, I think this is a good point to go ahead and pause the video and stop it right here and make another one later. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, my eyes are tired. My eyes are pretty tired right now.
Bye-bye.
It's been 52 minutes. Yeah, it's time to give up.
And it's been almost an hour already.
Yep.